Hello friends, welcome back to our channel IT India. This video is related to AWS Solution Architect certification preparation, and this is going to be part 19th of this series. And let's start with our first question without wasting any time. A company is hosting multiple websites for several lines of business under its registered parent domain. User accessing these websites will be routed to appropriate backend Amazon EC2 instances based on the subdomain. The website hosts static web pages, images, and server-side script like PHP and JavaScript. Some of the websites experience peak access during the first 2 hours of the business with constant usage throughout the rest of the day. A solution architect needs to design a solution that will automatically adjust the capacity of these traffic patterns while keeping the cost low. Which combination of AWS services or feature will meet this requirement? Choose two, and here are the options. And also let me clear you one point that this thing can be achieved by multiple options and multiple services, but we have to keep in mind that we have to keep the cost low. So we have to figure out the best possible combination. And correct answer here will be option C and D. Application load balancer and Amazon EC2 auto scaling. So key points here in this question are several lines of business, and then JS and static content, and then peak hours for some duration. So basically several lines of business correspond to URLs. This correspond to basically URLs, and peak hours for some time correspond to auto scale for some URL. So it correspond to auto scale, and static and JS correspond to need to host these environment. And ALB can do URL based forwarding to EC2 instances, and EC2 autoscale can operate based on the incoming load. So we have to automatically adjust the capacity. So automatic scaling will also help. So option C and D are absolutely correct here. And now question number 182. A company uses an Amazon S3 bucket to store static images for its website. The company configured permissions to allow access to Amazon S3 by privileged user only. What should a solution architect do to protect against data loss? Choose two. And here are the options. And to be very frank, it is very easy question, I know, and you all must have figured out the answer as of now. But such easy questions are also asked in the exam, and question may be repeated in my series as well, just to make you prepare better for the exam by having such questions on the tips. And correct answer here will be option A and option E. Enable versioning on the S3 bucket. So basically it will save every version of the object that you have put in the S3 bucket. Like there is A file and you have updated it to B, and then you have updated it to C. So every version of this file will be there. And use MFA delete to require multiple factor authentication to delete an object. Basically it will ask you for multiple authentication when you try to delete an object. So it will also help you to prevent against data loss. So these are two correct options here. And now question number 183. An operations team has a standard that states IAM policies should not be applied directly to users. Some new team members have not been following this standard. The operation managers need a way to easily identify the users with attached policies. What should a solution architect do to accomplish this? And here are the options. And take your time to guess the correct answer. And the correct answer here will be option B. Create an AWS config rule to run daily. So basically a new config rule is deployed in the account after you enable AWS Security Hub. The AWS config rule react to resource configuration and compliance changes and send these changes to AWS CloudWatch. When AWS CloudWatch receives the compliance change, a CloudWatch event triggers the AWS Lambda function. So basically option B is correct here, because this will allow you to identify all the users with the attached policies. And now question number 184. A company wants to use an AWS region as its disaster recovery location for its on-premises infrastructure. The company has 10 TB of existing data and the on-premises data center has 1 Gbps internet connection. A solution architect must find a solution so the company can have its existing data on AWS in 72 hours without transmitting it using an encrypted channel. Which solution should the solution architect select? And here are the options. And correct answer here will be option C. Establish a VPN connection between Amazon VPC and the company's data center. And this one is correct here because if we talk about direct connect, it takes at least 1 month to set up. But what is the requirement? Data should be replicated or copied just in 72 hours. And if we talk about using the Snowball, it also takes approx 1 week. So due to these reasons, option C is absolutely correct here. And they also have very good internet connection, 1 Gbps. And now question number 185. A company is building application in containers. The company want to migrate its on-premises development and operation services from its on-premises data center to AWS. Management states that production system must be cloud agnostic and use the same configuration and administrator tool across production systems. A solution architect need to design a managed solution that will align open source software. Which solution will meet this requirement? And here are the options. And correct answer here will be option B. Launch the containers on Amazon Elastic Kubernetes Service and EKS worker nodes. Because here keyword is cloud agnostic and services like EKS, ECS is AWS native and cannot be extended to other cloud system like Azure or on-prem. So correct answer here will be option B only. And now question number 186. A company hosts its website on AWS to address the highly variable demand. The company has implemented Amazon EC2 auto scaling. Management is concerned that the company is over provisioning its infrastructure, especially at the front end of the 3-tier application. A solution architect need to ensure costs are optimized without impacting the performance. What should the solution architect do to accomplish this? And here are the options. And correct answer here will be, take your time to guess the correct answer. And correct answer here will be option D. Because in very first option we have reserved instances, that is RIs, and these are meant for fixed cost irrespective of instance termination. So we get upfront discount on the cost, but there will be fixed cost. And now if we talk about option B, scheduled scaling policy, but we have highly variable demand, so it will also not help. And now EC2 auto scaling with suspend resume feature, this will also not be able to help us in this case. So option D, use auto scaling group with target tracking scaling policy will be the correct answer here. And now question number 187. A solution architect is performing a security review of recently migrated workload. The workload is a web application that consists of Amazon EC2 instances in an auto scaling group behind an application load balancer. The solution architect must improve the security posture and minimize the impact of DDoS attack on resources. Which solution is the most cost effective? And here are the options. And correct answer here will be, take your time to guess the answer. So correct answer here will be option A. Configure an AWS Web ACL with rate-based rules. Create an Amazon CloudFront distribution that points to the application load balancer. Enable the Web ACL on the CloudFront distribution. Because here best solution is AWS Shield and next solution should be option A. Because you can use AWS Web, that is Web Access Control List, to help to minimize the effect of distributed denial of services attack for additional protection against DDoS attacks. So option A is correct here. And now question number 188. A company has multiple AWS accounts for various departments. One of the department want to share an Amazon S3 bucket with all the other department. Which solution will require least amount of effort? And here are the options. And correct answer here will be, take your time to guess the answer. And correct answer here will be option C. Set the S3 bucket policy to allow cross account access to other department. Because if we talk about option A, enable cross account S3 replication for the account. It will replicate, but that is not the requirement. You need to share, not to replicate. So this is incorrect option. And now option B, create a pre-signed URL for the bucket and share it with the department. So it will also not work because there could be 2 department or 100 department, you don't know, and you need to share with all the department. And now if we talk about option D, create IAM user for each department and then configure a read-only IAM policy. This can work, but there will be massive effort for this. So option C is the only correct answer. And now question number 189. A company need to share an Amazon S3 bucket with an external vendor. The bucket owner must be able to access all the objects. Which action should be taken to share the S3 bucket? And here are the options. And correct answer here will be option C. Create a bucket policy to require users to grant bucket owner full control when uploading objects. And this one is correct because by default an S3 object is owned by the AWS account that uploaded it. This is true even when the bucket is owned by another account. To get the access to the object owner must explicitly grant you bucket owner access. The bucket owner can grant bucket owner full control of the object by updating the ACL, that is access control list of the object. The bucket owner can update the ACL either during a put or copy operation or after the object is added to the bucket. So I hope this point is clear, because owners should grant bucket owner full control when uploading or copying or even after uploading the object. And now question number 190. A company is developing a real-time multiplayer game that uses UDP for communication between client and servers in an auto-scaling group. Spikes in demand are anticipated during the day, so the game server platform must adapt accordingly. Developer want to store gamer score and other non-relational data in a database solution that will scale without intervention. Which solution should a solution architect recommend? And here are the options. And the correct option here will be, take your time to guess the answer. And correct option here will be option B. Use a network load balancer for traffic distribution and Amazon DynamoDB on demand for data storage. And also this one is correct here because here in the question we are using UDP, which indicates that NLB is the requirement, network load balancer, and we are also using non-relational database, which indicates DynamoDB is the requirement because it is non-relational database, and we are getting both this network load balancer and DynamoDB on demand in this option B. So this one is correct here. And this was all in this video. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great learning.